Hello, folks, and welcome to another episode of Born Sucker's Elliott Wave analysis of gold. Here, in previous video, I had covered gold and to the likes where it was just the grand overview here, like I've got here on the monthly chart. So if you take a look at what I've got here, I mean, all the way back from say 1976, 77 in here someplace. That's the earliest recorded data that I've got on investing.com's CFD chart here. So I followed that to that peak in 1980. It looks like January of 1980. It had spiked. For what reason, I don't know. I think I was in the first grade. So anyway, I'm not going to go and look up that history, but it went to $882 here. So anyway, over a long retrace and consolidation, et cetera, well into 1999, it produced wave 2. Okay, so going forward here, 20 years later, from 77, 20 some years later, then it produced wave 3 at a high from a low of $253, and in the matter of 20 years, 21 years, we got a high of $1,900 and $1,915 at wave 3. Then fast forward here. I mean, this is a monthly chart. Just take a look at what we got here, and that was a 2.0 extension. It went into, but if I try to go beyond that, it just pierced it. It didn't go really beyond that. If I try to go 2.272, it's too high. It's up here. So that isn't it. So the closest I got was a 2.0 extension from wave 1 to in terms of wave 3, how far it went. So counting back, we get to wave 4, your ABC down here. I didn't write it in, but I suppose I could do it now for anybody who might be interested. I don't know exactly where it would have finished. It could have been here, it could have been over here like this, a small wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was a, monthly chart and very small consolidation, and then up for B, and then could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here for wave C going forward. So I'm not going to explore that too much. That's kind of in the past. So we'll just call this wave 4 here, as I've done. If I can just, anyway, you get the point. Jeez. We'll take off the SAR there as well, so we don't need that. So now if you follow this wave up here, we're going to have 1, 2, 3 up here at 2089.20. Keep in mind this is the, and that hits a I think that's on this one, that's a 2.618 extension. Looks like the red line here. Just, 2.618 extension. It pierces it. It may have even gone into 3. No, it didn't go as far as 3. So it pierced it. That's about as close as it's gonna go. It's not. None of them actually go right on. See, if you see the candle there, it's at a high of 2089.20. So it just pierced that, and that was a previous, For wave 5, you know, it was in wave 5, it was a previous 0.618 extension. But I don't think it actually applies to this one because we haven't finished wave 5. It's still in progress, it looks to be, if this was wave 3. So, I mean, this is wave 3 of a smaller degree wave, but we're at a, I believe this is a millennium wave, I've called it. So it's a greater. Then we've got this ABC for 4, what looks to be 4. Anyway, you know, we're just trying to map this out here going forward. And I'll swedge it down here to the 1 week, the weekly. So each candle is a week. Of course, that happens when you do that. We'll fix a few things here. So, you know, we got B here. A is there. And we'll make it nice and big here. So going forward here, I counted this as 1. And I'll give you the dates here as to when. And that was Halloween of 2022 last year. And the origin of it, which was at 16/18/30. So $1,600, $18.30, or $1,618.30. So that was Halloween last year, it's looking like, and then it went, keep in mind these are weekly candles, up to November 14th, produced a high in that week of 1,791.80 and retraced a little bit, a very little bit is what it looks like here, to wave 2. Anyway, you can look this up on your own. I'm just giving you my view here. So that would be, you know, I think we've reached wave 5 here. Wave 3 was quite large. Wave 5 isn't going to be nearly as big if that's the case. Or this is going to be 2, so this would be 1, this entire move up. You know, I'd like to hear from you, you know, like in terms of wave degree, so we can, I haven't been following gold so much. You know, maybe 2 is over here, 3, 4, 5. I'll just so we can, oh, we'll just get a yellow one, I guess. Call it a super cycle. Oh, right. So it could be something like this, right? So 1, 2, so we got, you know, A, B, C here for 2, and then, you know, 3, 4, and then 5. It could go higher here into next year, something like that. You know, I'm not exactly sure in terms of time. As we've seen, it just moves like a fossil. I mean, like a snail. Fossil's already dead. Dummy. Okay, so let's go to the daily chart, see what I've drawn here. Give you a picture, as I stated before here. So, you know, 2 is going to come down here someplace, whatever it could do, not below the previous low, something like that. If that's the case, you know, we did see wave 3. Now I had this drawn out here, 1, 2, and it appears wave 3 went to below the 1.618, which is up here at around 1999.37. So I think, no, it could have been there. 1.414 or 1.272. So take your pick. I think it just came closer to the 1.414 rather than just piercing the 1.272. It did pierce it for good, the wave 5, which is over here. Okay, right there. Okay, so it did pierce that 1.272 here. 1.618 is up here. 1999.37. So anyway, it came down wave 4 over here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for 5 here, which has been the last high, the record high at $2,085.40. It looks like. So going forward, I think we're going to see probably. I don't think this retrace is done. So if you count here, wave 1, and I tried to measure it with the fib here, and it looks to be kind of, not all there, or it could be a complex correction, which is, one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for A, right? Let's just change the color and the degree of that. Just make this something smaller. Just call it a cycle. Whatever. I know I should be a little more stringent with my wave degree counting here, and assigning that, especially the colors here, make all the difference in the world. So, okay, so it looks to be, that this was a downward trend, not exactly. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here it could be, and then A, B, C, and this over here is already a C, right? It could be like this, right? Just ignore the green there. A was over here, B was over here, and C is over here where 5 is, and now it's getting ready to, and this could be 2, like that. Now it's getting ready to produce another wave up. Now, that being said, like that could be the scenario, okay? However, this already could be wave 5 where I've got 1, and now it's going to turn around and go down. If we take a look at the weekly again here, just to get a little more detail. So it could be ready for a downturn. I'm not going to say what it is. That's just my view here. We just have to watch and see what it shows us. And I haven't really done some very in-depth analysis down to the hourly, which would give me a better picture. If you'd like to do that and share your experience, more than welcome. I'd love to hear from you. But that's what I've got for gold. And coming up next, I'm going to try and do a silver chart here. We'll take some time. I haven't looked at silver in a very long time. So hopefully that was helpful. And in the comments or in my Discord community, I'd like to hear from you and your opinions. Thank you. You have a great day and a great week trading. Happy New Year coming up.